Dear student, in this video we will do revision of the chapter First History, the French Revolutions. In the 18th century, the French society was divided into three estates: the first estate, the second estate, and the third estate. The member of the first estate, the clergy, and the second estate, the nobility, enjoyed privileges by the birth. And the most important of these was exemption from paying tax to the state. All members of the third estates had to pay taxes to the states, which were the direct or indirect taxes. In 1774, Louis XVI of the Bourbon family of king ascended the throne of the France. On his accessions, he found an empty treasury, so the taxes were further increased to meet the regular expenses. And things became worse whenever droughts or hailstorm reduced the agriculture output. So, in the 18th century, a new social group emerged who were known as the middle class. These classes were all educated and did not believe in social inequality. They believed that a person's social position must depend on his merit. Their idea of envisaging a society were based on freedom and equal law and opportunity for all. The philosophers like the Rousseau proposed a form of government on the basis of social contract between people and their representatives. And on the 5th May 1789, Louis XVI called an assembly of the Estates General to pass proposal for new taxes. Voting in Estates General was conducted on the basis that each state has one vote each, but the third estate demanded one vote for each member. So, 20th June 1789, the representative of the third estate decided to draft a constitution for France. So they assembled in an indoor tennis court in the grounds of the Versailles. They declared themselves a national assemblies, and they wanted to limit the power of the monarch. So finally, Louis XVI gave recognition to the National Assembly, accepting that from now on his power would be checked by a constitution. The draft of the constitution was completed by the National Assembly in 1791. The main objective of the constitution was to limit the power of the monarch. Only men above 25 years who paid tax equal to at least 3 days of labor wages were given the status of active citizen, and they have the right to vote. The remaining men and all women were grouped as passive citizens. The constitution began with a declaration of the rights of men and citizens: the right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and equality before law were established as natural and inalienable rights. The political clubs became an important rallying point to discuss government policies and plan the course of action. The most of these clubs was that the Jacobins. The member of this club belonged to the less prosperous section of the society, and their leader was Maximilien Robespierre. On 21st September 1792, it abolished the monarchy and declared France a republic, means a form of government which is elected by the people. The period from 1793 to 1794 is known as a reign of terror because Robespierre followed a policy of several control and punishment. All those whom he saw as an enemy of the republic were arrested. If the court found them guilty, they were guillotined. The guillotine was a device which consisted of two poles and a blade, and with which a person was beheaded. Finally, Robespierre was convicted by a court in July 1794 and was guillotined. Then the fall of the Jacobin government led the wealthier middle class to seize power. A new constitution was introduced, which denied the right to vote to the non-prosperous section of the society. These then appointed a directory, an executive made up of 5 members. The political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of a military dictator, Napoleon Bonaparte. The women in the French society faced inequality. Most of the women of the third estate had to work hard for earning a living. Most women did not have access to education or job training. Their wages were lower than those of men. They started their own political clubs and newspapers to voice their interest. Women demanded right to vote and to be elected. So finally in 1946 the women in France won the right to vote. The slave trade began in the 17th century. Port cities like Bordeaux and Nantes owned their economic prosperity of the flourishing slave trade. Throughout the 18th century, there was little criticism of slavery in France. The National Assembly held a long debate about the rights of man should be extended to all French subjects including those in the colonies. So finally in 1794 the convention legislated to free all slaves in the French overseas possessions and the Jacobin clubs played an important role. However, 10 years later Napoleon reintroduced slavery. Finally, slavery was abolished in French colonies in 1848. The year after 1789 saw the following changes in the lives of the men, women, and the children. The revolutionary government passed law that translated the ideas of liberty and equality into everyday practice. One important law that came into effect soon after the storming of the Bastille in the summer of 1789 was the abolition of the censorship. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen proclaimed freedom of speech and expression to be natural right. The ideas of liberty, equality, and democratic rights were the most important legacy of the French Revolution.